We have 58 million black people in America. If we all donated $1 a month, that'd be...
$50 money,
yeah. You know how easy it'd be to come together and say, let's build some black schools, black banks, black hospitals. We wouldn't need nobody for nothing. All we need is people to manage this money. Even if we don't have all 58 million, even if it was just half of that. Half of them did 50 cents.
Yeah.
Let's do the black.
People ain't finna stick together like that.
That's why I'm the change. Sometimes it take the younger generation to say.
Anywho. Hey, Shalom Israel. First, all praise, glory, honor to Yahweh, by Shemel Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honor to Apostle Oscar Millstone. Peace citation to 1/3 of Israel. For this lesson, I want to title it, when is Jake gonna learn, or something like that, or it ain't gonna work, Jake. And you saw the video. It's, he said there's 58 million black people in America. Why don't we just all donate $1, so on and so forth. And that shit ain't gonna work, because ultimately who's at who's controlling the money? It's Esau. And Jake is oblivious to history. Jake just think that, we can do it. These false visions that these niggas, are seeing. These niggas is I don't know what's going on with these niggas, bro. But you have Black Wall Street. You had Tulsa, Oklahoma, I believe. You had so many. It's not even funny. All right, so many accounts of Esau destroying our little societies and little things we had going, little communities we had going. All right, but I guess we just forgot about Esau, the so-called white man, just coming to destroy shit. All right, and so lucky. I'm kind of. I got so much to say right now. Let me go to Deuteronomy 28. All right, because I guess these curses don't apply to these niggas. All right, but he said, I am the change. Nigga, you are a nobody. Unless you repent, unless you turn to the Lord, then you are a nobody. Because time and time again, this shit's been infiltrated. Esau is at the he's in the background, with sellout Jakes. Sellout Jake that comes to mind is Martin Luther King. Nigga talking about I have a dream, and which is bullshit. That nigga's a sellout. All right, but this is Deuteronomy 28, and it's a lot. There you go. Deuteronomy 28 and 43. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. All right, and are we not on the bottom? Are we not oppressed? Who's that stranger? Who's that stranger, ultimately Esau, these other nations, these heathens, It says, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. All right, so we're going to be last, ultimately, It doesn't say in the scriptures that, we're going to build a community in our captivity and, the kingdom of heaven is going to be established here. No, this place is going to be totally decimated. All right, this place is going to be destroyed. All right, because it's Bible prophecy. Thus saith the Lord. All right, because look how this land was gotten, basically off the blood. There you go, of the northern kingdom, even the southern kingdom, all of Israel ultimately. And you think the Lord just forgot about that? Hell no. All right, it says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed. All right, so there's no escaping these curses. No, our only escape is Yahweh Shai. When Yahweh Shai returns, redeems his elect, Lord, and that's us, it changes us. That's when we gonna, that's when we gonna be out of these curses. But until then, we still in these curses. You still gotta work. You still gotta shit. There's so much shit we gotta deal with. So lucky, I kind of just ran out of examples, but these curses is real. Alright, but reading on down, it says, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Alright, and it says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So ultimately, these curses are going to cleave to us, you know, for a period of time till the Lord return and redeems us out of it. Because you read the last curse, Deuteronomy 28:68, and no man shall buy thee, basically meaning no man is going to save you out of these curses. But who's going to save us is Yahweh Shai. All right. But it says, but this should be a sign and for a wonder. All right, and that's really how you indicate who the Israelites are, you know, because look at, you know, the small hatters, you know, they didn't go through captivity in ships, you know, they're ruling shit, you know, they're the head, and you know they you can't speak about them. All right, you have to have code names to even utter who they are. All right, but ultimately, you know, the Lord, or not the Lord, Jake despises the Lord. All right, so therefore the Lord gonna just smack these niggas. All right, because time after time, niggas, it's the same old cycle. You know, you know, Jake gets rebellious. Jake rebels. The Lord chastens them. You know, puts them in captivity, and Jake, you know, comes back and does the same shit. All right. Now, you know, ultimately it was all written. Scripture says in Romans, the creature was made subject unto vanity, not willingly. All right, so the Lord had it like this. But you know, we in a day and age now that information is readily available. And not only that, you know, these niggas, they done heard the word. They heard the word and they despised it. And they said, nah, you know, to hell with that. We're gonna do our own thing. All right. Well, you know, doing your own thing is gonna lead to, you know, some judgments of the Lord. All right, and you know, you handle them judgments of the Lord on your own. All right, this is Isaiah 30:1. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children." Who's that? Israel. Saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So ultimately, Jake don't want to return to the Lord because Jake like doing wickedness. They want to find a way to, you know, continue in their wickedness while prospering. You can't do that. All right, hence why we're under these curses. All right, and you know, Jake, you know, not taking counsel of the Lord, you know, basically not returning to the Lord. You know, they want to do their own thing. They want to, oh well, there got to be another way. There's no other way. You know, and the Lord, He's gonna keep boxing you in. You know, He'll make you think that there's another way. You know, because Scripture says that the deceived and deceiver are His. So the Lord can ultimately, you know, can do that. You know. He could put a strong illusion on you, you know, that you may believe a lie. All right, and that's why the Lord Yahweh by Shemi outside is to be feared. All right, and that's why, you know, we gotta appreciate this truth. You know, the Salaki. We have to appreciate this truth. You know, because we know and understand this. You know, we understand that, you know, it's through the Lord that the Lord's gonna redeem us. Because Look at past accounts. You know, I named some earlier, and look where we're at now. We're still in the same fucked up predicament. All right, but prophecies are speaking loud and clear, and it says in Zephaniah, "Wait ye upon me to the day that I rise up to the prey." So ultimately, the Lord is stirring up prophecy to come and redeem us. All right, because everything leads to the Lord returning. All right, these prophecies, you know, it's plain and evident. You know, and to see that, the Lord got to be dealing with you to, you know, He got to be supping with you to understand it. All right, so that's why, you know, we're blessed. You know, but reading on down, it says that walk to go down into Egypt, and I'm not asked of my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. All right, because ultimately Jake think that this place is going to continue forever. You know, this place is going to bounce back and. You know, oh, they may not like us, but you know, we can build our own cities here, and this, that, third. It's not gonna work. All right, so that's why the Lord got to get rid of these niggas. All right, because look at the previous movements. Where are they at now? They've been infiltrated. You know, you saw it in. You always got niggas. You can't have anything with niggas. All right, because niggas just ruin everything. You know, because. That's even part of the curses. You know, thy eyes shall be evil towards thy own brother. You know, niggas will fuck up the whole thing because you got paid $1 more than them. You know, so there's no matching with these niggas. Just because you're so-called black does not make you a brother. You know. Look what Yahweh said. Ye are of your father the devil. All right, because you got wicked niggas acting like niggas. All right, because ultimately the ultimate nigga is Esau. All right, Esau created these niggas. That's why, you know, you got YNs just destroying things, and you know, it's a lot. You know, just being nuisances. You know, just being demons. You know, even Northern Kingdom too. You know, fucking Mexicans and you know, what's that byword for Gad? Tontos and shit like that. All right, but it says the third verse. It says, "Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion." So you trust in this place. That's for your downfall. Well, that's ultimately going to lead to your downfall. All right, because I guess people don't seem to realize that this place is falling. You know, this place is not bouncing back. You know, there's no redemption for this place. This place is finito, done, finished. All right. But so I'm pulling up right quick. But let me go to the 9th verse. Isaiah 30:9. It says this is a rebellious children. I'll start at 8th verse. It says, now go, write it before them in the table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come, even forever and ever. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto his right things, speak unto his smooth things, prophesy to seeds. So ultimately, our people want to hear that, okay, yeah, you know, if we build a community together, this, that, and third, we're going to be all right. That's not right. All right. The issue is our people don't believe in the Lord. They think that the Lord is delaying his coming. All right. But things are moving right now. It says, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us. All right. So therefore, you know, since Jake think that, you know, the Lord is delaying his coming, they're gonna try to quote unquote establish their own way. But you establishing your own ways is gonna get you nowhere, because if the Lord don't will it, then it's not gonna happen. All right, and the Lord ain't will us, you know, ain't will us to build in the society. All right, and while, man, I don't even, it's lucky. Like I said, I got too much to say. But reading on down, this is wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word. So since you said, nah, I don't want to listen to it, I don't want to mention the Lord. It says, and trust in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. So since you love this place, Babylon, you know, we in oppression and this place is perverse. Let's get that word perverse. Perverse, wicked, unnatural, degenerate. And here in this society is full of oh my God, Salakia. Here in this society is full of a bunch of degeneracy. There you go. Look what month it is. It's June. You know, it's Pride Month. Like, and Jake want to still live in this shit. You got niggas on fucking DL and shit. Like, this shit's disgusting. That's why you niggas gotta die. All right. It says, wherefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking coming suddenly at an instant. All right. So this is gonna crumble on you niggas. All right. Since you said not to, you know, to hell with the truth, I don't want to hear about it. Well, guess what? It's gonna come and destroy this not Salakia, not the truth. But ultimately, you know, you've been marked. But the Lord coming to destroy you. All right. And the Lord's gonna use Esau to put that judgment on y'all. All right, because you read Ezekiel 12, a sword is sharpened, a sword is sharpened. All right, and death, destruction, and mourning is coming. All right, but Jake wanna build a society here. Esau's preparing for war, but niggas is preparing to build, because Esau sees what's happening. All right, Isaiah 36:6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. So ultimately, you trusting in this place is going to be to your own detriment. It's going to be like you lean your hand on a as it say, a broken reed. This shit gonna poke right through you. All right, and you're gonna be hurting like a motherfucker. All right, so ultimately, we're commanded to wait upon the Lord. All right, because the Lord, he gonna come and set up. Well, let me just get this. So many scriptures that come to mind. So Psalms 2. All right, Psalms 2, straight to the point. It says, Psalms 2:8. It says, "Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession." So ultimately, the Lord is coming back to reign the earth again. All right. Yahushua is coming back to reign the earth. All right, because he fell as Adam, but this time he's gonna get it right. This time, Salakia. When he came as Yahushua, he did it right. All right, but when he comes back again, his second coming, he's coming to conquer. That he came as a lamb the first time. Now he's coming as a lion. All right, and he's coming to conquer. All right, so Salaki, for the mix-up, stumble upon my words, but it says, "In the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession." All right, it says, because when you read 6th chapter, this world was created for our sakes, Israel's. Beginning with Yahushua and the elect. All right, but we in captivity right now. But the Lord is going to give us all of it back. All right, it says, "Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron; thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel." So ultimately we gonna put judgment on these heathens. All right, and we not gonna need a fucking small hatter to for a contract or some shit like that nigger Floyd Mayweather. That nigga out here selling out and shit, and that's going. He's already through. All right, he knows about the truth too. This fucking Satan, bro. He knows about the truth. All right, but when the Lord come back, that's when we gonna have everything. That's when we gonna be able to live. But for right now, we gotta suffer patiently till the Lord return. All right, and it's real soon. All right, so lastly, I want to give all praise and glory on this. How about Shemi outside? By Shem Kakadash, Lord willing, us edifying. Until next time, shalom.